All right, so according to Ben Gosling of Star Tribune, now if we head on over to our screen here, according to Ben Gosling of Star Tribune, as the Vikings, this is Ben Gosling from Star Tribune, and he's talking about Danielle Hunter being traded away, as now the Vikings are officially looking to trade away Danielle Hunter. Per Ben Gosling, as the Vikings try to sort out their salary cap situation, sources continue to say they've been trying to trade Danielle Hunter, who's got an $18 million roster bonus due on Sunday. So the Vikings are looking to trade him away before Sunday. So it would likely happen either on Thursday or Friday. Hunter has a $25.83 million cap figure. The Vikings need to clear cap space in order to make their new deals official. Those new deals being with Harrison Phillips and the other signings that the Vikings have done. We've been very quiet in free agency. So, Vikings, what are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, so this is not a good look on this new GM. Not a good look on this new head coach. Now, I've mentioned many times how big of a fan of this new GM and head coach I am, and yes, I love the guys. Don't get me wrong, but this is not a good first look because you've came into this organization and now we go into this offseason with two needs that are by far bigger than anything else. That being cornerback and that being edge rusher, and we have yet to bring in any cornerbacks or edge rusher. Now, I'd expect for Harrison Phillips, who we signed from the Buffalo Bills, to actually play as a defensive end for us. Now, he's not done that in the past yet, but I'd expect him to do that with us as we're going to run a 3-4 system. But outside of that, it's not a good first look on this new regime. It's not a good first look. And when it comes to Danielle Hunter, I've talked about it previously on a couple podcasts. How with the Danielle Hunter situation, I've talked about how the Vikings, yeah, it makes sense to look to trade him away. And if we head back on over to our screen right here, if I just pull up his contract in the first place, I can show you how terrible restructuring contracts have been for us. I mean, he is due 13 or 12.3% of our salary cap the next season, and trading him away will save us 11.5. Now, I've mentioned many times how trading away Danielle Hunter will benefit our team, but I've also mentioned how if we trade away Danielle Hunter, we are screwed. I mean, we absolutely need this guy. He is a massive need for our team. Now, when it comes to Danielle Hunter, obviously he's going to be 28 this upcoming season. 28 for a defensive end. I mean, we've seen them play into their 30s. That's not that old. But also on top of that, we don't even know who we're going to get from Danielle Hunter. We don't know what Danielle Hunter we're going to get. Is Danielle Hunter going to come off of injuries the last 2 years and somehow be the same Danielle Hunter we saw in 2017? The same Danielle Hunter we saw in 2018? I mean, we've seen it many times and time again around the league where edge rushers, where NFL players get injured and they never look the same. And this can happen with Danielle Hunter. And this is part of the reason why they're looking to trade him away. Now, on top of that, I've mentioned how I'm fine with the Vikings trading away Danielle Hunter. I'm going to be honest right now. I changed my mind. I don't think we should trade away Danielle Hunter. I really don't. As we're looking to go for our division next year, we are actually trying to win our division next year, hence why we brought back Kirk Cousins and why we're trying to revamp this entire offense and go for a bigger team and just bringing in a bunch of older players. Not what I wanted to see the Vikings to do. This is not at all what I wanted to see us do. But all in all, I do want us to keep Danielle Hunter because outside of this, we are screwed. We need pass rushers. We are playing in a pass heavy league where teams love to pass. They pass on every down, especially when you're in a division with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. You need to have a good pass rusher, and that would be Danielle Hunter. Outside of Danielle Hunter, we don't have anybody. Anthony Barr's gone. Nick Vigil's gone. I mean, Sheldon Richardson's gone. Everson Griffin's gone. I mean, do I have to keep going on? We have nobody. We have absolutely nobody. And this is why I say this is a bad look on this new regime because I don't know what we're doing. We have not looked to bring in any. We had a chance on bringing in corners. We did. We had a chance on bringing in Darius Williams. We could have afforded him. We could have. Now, yeah, I guess we can still bring in Stephon Gilmore. We can still bring in. Charles Harris. Please bring in Charles Harris. That is valuable right there. Patrick Peterson. We could bring Patrick Peterson back. I'm fine with any of these moves. I just don't know why we haven't made this move yet. That should have been our biggest focus because that is our biggest need. Now, yeah, you can take a corner in the first round this next year. Fine. Take a corner in the first round. I don't care. If you can't just have that as like your backbone being like, oh, we're gonna take a corner this upcoming draft in the first round. You don't even know if there's gonna be someone available and at the 12th overall pick. Now there's expected to be like Derek Stingley and someone you can start right out of college. But at the end of the day, you don't want to rely on that. You want to fill these needs in free agency. But all in all, I mean, it's not a good look on this Vikings team right now because we do need Danielle Hunter. We do when you look at it. And yes, it makes sense for us to trade him away. And yes, we could free a lot of money in order to bring it to get contracts with these players that we just agreed to terms with. But all in all, we haven't done anything. I mean, the only Vikings free agents that we brought back were Greg Joseph and our punter. That's it. No, we let Mason Cole go. We let Tyler Conklin go. We're letting now. I wanted to bring Sheldon Richardson back because we have nobody. We're gonna let him go. We're letting all these players go, and we're just bringing back our special teamers. To be honest with you, doesn't look great. It's not a great look because we have massive needs right now that we have to fill, and we have yet to even focus on. I mean, when you look at cornerbacks, we don't have anybody. Are we going to bring Patrick Peterson back? Because I'm actually fine with that. As long as we can get a veteran corner on this team, that is what I'm looking for right now. I wanted it to be Darius Williams. He was signed with the Jaguars. Hats off to him. That was a great signing for the Jaguars. They desperately needed someone like Darius Williams, but so did we. That's why I wanted to bring him in. Outside of this, Jordan Hicks, people will mention, well, we brought in Jordan Hicks. He's an outside linebacker. He's not going to play outside linebacker with us. Jordan Hicks is going to play as an inside linebacker alongside Eric Kendricks. This is what I'm expecting going to happen because this is what he did with Arizona, and I'd expect him to do the same on our team. But still, I believe we have to keep Danielle Hunter because he is desperate for our team right now. Mark Melek says no one wants Hunter. No one wants his contract. I want Hunter. I think he's a perfect fit for our team. Obviously, still now, like I said, with Danielle Hunter, exactly. No one should want his contract because you can't trade for a player like Danielle Hunter and expect him to be the same Danielle Hunter we saw 3-4 years ago. Like, this is just, you can't go off of that. The guy's played what, 2 games the last 2 years? Like, you have absolutely no clue what Danielle Hunter is going to bring to your table for your team. Yeah, he's the most athletic player on our team, and I'll say that again. But again, he's an aging, injury-prone player, and you don't want to pay him this much money. And that's the reason why I don't believe the Vikings will be able to actually find a trade destination for Danielle Hunter. If we can't find a trade, I just hope we don't cut him. If we cut him, yeah, it'll save us $11.5 million. Still, at the end of the day, I mean, we just want to keep Danielle Hunter on our team. I'm sorry. We need him. We need at least one big-time pass rusher because we're losing all of our other players. And you can't take players, you can't take rookies and expect them to be great right out of college. LGKDOC says Minnesota is about to get the same return the Cowboys got for Amari. Trash picks. Yeah, no, even if we trade, see, I'm kind of contradicting what I said in the past. I did say I wanted Danielle Hunter to be traded away. That was 1 week ago to this date, and I was talking about it, and I was saying, well, because we can just bring in some people in free agency, right? We can just bring in some of these edge rushers that are entering free agency. There's a deep class. Well, now we haven't brought in anybody. You trade away Danielle Hunter and you're screwed. You need a pass rusher. Like, this is 2022 NFL. You need a pass rusher, especially when you got Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams in your division. You need a pass rusher and you need a corner. Those are the 2 biggest needs for the Vikings, and we have yet to even focus on those positions this entire offseason.